Penta. This is WICR.
Welcome back to the Sports Vault, everyone. Jersey Joe back, and look, I'm done playing around. It is time to make the pick. It's time to make the call. The NBA Finals this year, I've said at the top of the show, I think that this is going to be historic. I really think this is going to be an incredible one. Golden State against the Cavaliers, star-studded lineups across both sides. The MVP, the current MVP, going up against the legend in LeBron James. It's going to be so exciting, but who is going to win? I think right now the clear favorite in a lot of people's minds, and it seems like the one a lot of people are shifting towards, is the Golden State Warriors. And I think I've been thinking about it all morning. I've been thinking about it. I mean, look, we kind of knew this was going to be the NBA Finals because Cleveland routed Atlanta, and Houston had the one game, but no one really ever believed that they were going to make the comeback. It's never happened in NBA history, coming back down 3-0, and I don't think it ever will happen. I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to Kyrie Irving. He is the guy who's just going to make it all line up. Who wins this series is all going to depend on his health. Clearly, he has not had the explosiveness in the NBA playoffs. He didn't have it, I mean, aside from a couple games against Boston, he clearly was extraordinarily limited against Chicago, and he clearly, barely even played in the Atlanta series until the final one. He did look a little bit more comfortable in Game 4 against the Hawks. He said he felt a little bit more comfortable. Now he's got about a week to rest up. Now, again, he is going to be the absolute key. If I get an 80% to 90% healthy Kyrie Irving, I'm taking the Cavaliers to win the NBA Finals. But if Kyrie doesn't have that explosiveness, isn't showing that comfort on the floor, I think Golden State's too deep, and Cleveland won't have that other X factor. Now, it's going to be extraordinarily competitive this series. I think both sides clearly have a defensive identity that is established. It's not always there, but when they have to be and when they really grind down and get down into the nitty and gritty, they're both extraordinarily talented defensive teams, and they both have unearthly skill sets offensively. I mean, they have obviously LeBron when he has to be in the driver's seat and scoring. Cleveland can take it to that next level, but that scoring is a lot more difficult when Kyrie doesn't have that explosiveness, which is the main reason I think he has that explosiveness. He is 80 to 90% healthy. I'm taking the Cavaliers to win it all, and if he is not, I think Golden State just has too much depth. I mean, look, when you have Andre Iguodala and guy coming off the bench, that's a testament to how much depth you have on your side. Now, obviously, Golden State can hurt you dramatically with a three-point shot, but Cleveland defends the three-point shot pretty well. I think you really have seen they do a good job at covering up three-point shooters and denying and making it difficult. Now, Golden State's next level. I mean, Stephen Curry, it doesn't matter how well you defend him. The guy's going to get his shots, and they're going to start to go in eventually. Same thing with Klay Thompson. You can defend him as well as you want. They're just incredibly gifted shooters. They can get their shots from anywhere on the court. Stephen Curry can create his shot, which makes it a lot more difficult than most guys, because most guys don't have the ability to make their shot off the dribble like he can. And it's difficult. It's a difficult series to call because they are similar. I mean, both sides are similar in the sense that they both like to play very quickly. I think that's the thing that against Atlanta, that Atlanta could not match Cleveland with, is Atlanta needed to slow things down a little bit more, and Cleveland just go, 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 go fast. And I think that's Golden State's mindset as well. When they get into their defensive mindset, that helps set the tone. I mean, really, the three-point shot for Golden State, which, I mean, look, is understood, it's the catalyst to everything that they do. When the threes start falling, they start to get committed on defense. They start to just play at that tempo that is extremely difficult to stop and match. But I think Cleveland, more than anyone, can match that. They want to play fast as well. They want to start getting their threes falling. And J.R. Smith, more than anyone, you give that guy so much credit with how well he has played for the Cavaliers. I mean, man, he has been sensational for them. And I think more than anything, it's getting that taste of winning. When you have the NBA trophy, the Larry O'Brien trophy, in your hands, it's so close. It's closer than it's ever been. It makes your focus more. I mean, he's locked in. There's no question about it. Shumpert is locked in. All these guys have never been here before. I mean, really, it's Mike Miller, it's James Jones, it's LeBron, it's Sean Marion. Those guys have had a taste of it before, but the Tristan Thompsons, the Kyrie Irvings, the Timothy Mozgov, the J.R. Smiths, Deladova, these guys have never been here before, and they've done extraordinarily well and throughout the playoffs, and they're here, and I think they want it. Obviously, both sides, there is unselfishness there. They're both going to move the ball well against each other. They're both going to play really good defense for stretches. I think in a close, and it is close, these series, but I think in series like this, it's all going to come down to LeBron James. When I have LeBron James, I'm not picking against him. I'm just not. Now, like I said, I do still think the X factor is Kyrie. He's healthy. I pick the Cavs to win. If he's not healthy, I don't think the Cavs will win. But if Kyrie is 80 to 90% healthy, I'm taking the Cavaliers to win the whole thing. I really am. I just think they are just, when LeBron and Kyrie, the two of them have a little bit going with each other, they're too difficult to stop. I mean, LeBron is who he is. He's one of the most transcendent players we've ever seen in this league, and I think right now he has the Cleveland team. And more than anything, I think the big man battle is going to be an important factor in this series. I really do. Tristan Thompson has earned himself a lot of money with his play during the playoffs. And you saw it all year. Tristan Thompson, I think, is the best timely rebounder in the NBA. Now, don't go crazy for a minute. Not saying he's the best rebounder in the NBA, but he is the best timely rebounder in basketball. In big situations, situational awareness, he's just next level. He's always getting the critical rebounds at every critical moment. And it's kind of a refreshment after watching LeBron for 4 years not be able to get one rebound against Indiana or against the bigger teams. Seeing the rebounding battle go in his favor, you've seen how that's changed the dynamic of his offense. He gets rebounds now. Timothy Mozgov, and look, Andrew Bogut is a liability on the offensive end. He really is. I mean, look, he's got a nice post-up game, but when he's going to the free throw line, you're starting to have some problems. And he is good defensively, but I don't think they're gonna struggle containing Mozgov and Thompson. Thompson's gonna win the battle for those rebounds, and the interesting thing here is gonna be Draymond Green as well. I mean, Draymond Green, man, he's a guy who I think you need. To get to NBA Finals, you need a Draymond Green, a guy who's going to do some of the dirty work, a guy who's just so feisty and so aggressive defensively. Draymond Green is an incredible basketball player, kind of like Tristan Thompson. He's a guy who's going to get some money this offseason. It's warranted with how well that he's played. But I think when you look at how these starting lineups are going to guard each other, clearly LeBron is going to be the guy who's just going to go to whoever he has to. I think right off the bat, it's probably going to be Draymond Green on LeBron, which is a pretty good matchup. I mean, watching them both very physical, very athletic, long players, and watching that battle will be fun. But I think LeBron's role will shift throughout this series, as it always does, because he has that ability to be put on any player on the floor and contain them. Now, it's going to be really interesting, though, because Kyrie, more than anyone, I mean, really, I can't stress enough how important he is to this all. Because there really is not a doubt in my mind that the only thing that will keep Cleveland from winning the NBA Finals is if he's not 100%. Now, does he have to be 100%? Like I've said throughout this segment, I think if he's 90, if he's 80%, I still am picking Cleveland to win. But if he's not, I think Golden State is too deep, and they can get in front of you so quickly. And that's the one thing from Cleveland, is they don't have as deep of an array of three-point shooters as Cleveland does. Now, Cleveland has guys who can still hit threes. Dellavedova has been hitting his. J.R. Smith has been doing it all year. Shumpert has been doing a good job of it. LeBron, when he has to, can do it, but he's more efficient in that department than anything. This series is going to be extremely competitive. I think 6 games is probably what we're going to be looking at here. Here's where you're gonna see early what's gonna happen. Now, clearly the NBA Finals is going to be starting on next Thursday. Golden State is gonna be home. If Cleveland takes one of the first 2 at Oracle Arena, I think that is gonna carry them for the rest of the series. I think whoever wins Game 1, I'm not even gonna say that. If Golden State goes up 2-0. It's over. I really don't think. I think that it will be over. But if Cleveland, I think the key to them is they have to win one of these games at Oracle. I really do. Now, anything is possible in the series because both teams are supremely talented. But I really think Game 1 is going to be a big teller to me. I really do. I mean, look, we saw when LeBron won his first championship, he lost to the Thunder at their place, won the second game. Winning that second game was everything. That is what really showed who was going to win that NBA Finals. And I think Game 2 here, Game 1 will be important. Golden State, I would probably pick right off the bat to win Game 1 at Oracle. But if Cleveland wins Game 2 and then is able to go back to their place with that Game 2 victory, man, I really think that's going to be the catalyst for them if they win the title. But at the end of the day, my thoughts have not changed. I think Cleveland, I picked them to win it all at the start of it. Now, clearly, Kyrie Irving was not injured when that happened, so it changed things a little bit. But I still think they win it as long as Kyrie is 80% to 90% healthy. I still think that Cleveland wins it, but if he is not healthy in that way, I don't think that it'll happen. But look, I couldn't be happier right now. This is a world-class NBA Finals. We all win with this matchup. I mean, there's just so much likable. I mean, from the coaches to the players to the ways that they play. This is good for sports. This is good for basketball. We all win, and I certainly win. I can't lose here, and I'm not in that position a lot where I'm going to have my heart kind of broken a little bit with one of these teams that'll lose. I think I can't really lose here because I enjoy watching these two teams more than any other two in the NBA. And right now, I'm getting a great Christmas present. It's under the tree. It's right there. I can't open it until Thursday, but on Thursday, man, I'm going to open it. I'm going to sit down, and I'm just going to soak it all in, and it's just going to be incredible. Really, one of the most exciting finals that I've ever been hyped up for. Look, we saw the Spurs twice. I've seen LeBron battle them 3 times. We get to see a different team now. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and we all win here. But certainly, we'll refocus. More NBA news coming. I mean, look, I kind of wanted to switch to something else, but Tom Thibodeau, breaking news, fired. So clearly, that is the next step to take. So don't go anywhere. We will break that right down.